Okay. Okay, so we have Ankit and Kalpana. So
Mhm.
let's get started. The topic is love versus arranged, and Kalpana is going to support arranged marriage. So, Kalpana, speak your heart out. Put forth any one point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to support arranged marriage because we know that in love marriage, whenever we fell in love, that time we fall in love. That time we think, yeah, everything is my boyfriend, everything is my husband. But after that, slowly, our love started abating, and then no one can help us in that situation. And in that situation, we have only one option to separate, and then our life become monotonous because of the love and this kind of thing. And if I talk about arranged marriage, if we get married according to our parents, then they can help us in any situation. Whenever we get any problem in our married life, that time they can help us. They can help us, and in the love marriage they can't help us, and we will have to clear all the problems together. If we are not capable to clear that problem, that time no one can help us, and this is the problem. And slowly our love started aviating. We face many problems in the love marriage, because whatever we feel before, only before, whatever I think, it is that. Ankit sir, you can cut my point.
I think I have a different point of view on this because it is not necessarily true that parents always come and help if there is arranged marriage. Because in multiple cases, what happens, the family members of girl support the girl only, they don't support the boy, and the family members of the boy support the boy instead of the girl, and their dispute end up in a court of law where both the parties accuse each other, they blame each other, and there is a tug of war, that takes place between them in a court of law. And that is why there is a rise in these cases of 498A dowry related cases. Many of the cases are false also, and the whole families are involved in it. So I think it's more up to the maturity and the understanding between the husband and the wife. It doesn't matter whether it is an arranged marriage or a love marriage. In fact, in arranged marriage, sometimes what happens, the newlywed couple, they don't get enough, I would say, privacy, because the people who are of independent point of view, they may feel claustrophobic in arranged marriage because they have to listen to the other individuals as well, and their personal matter could well end up as an entire family issue. That's what I can say.
Yeah, yes, sir. But I don't agree, because in the love marriage, whenever some situation come in front of couple, that yeah, I'm both parents, they don't support them. Sometimes it's caste problem. Sometimes it's different problem they face. Yes, in some case they get married according to their parents after love also. But whenever they face problem, their parents don't help them. That time, they face many problems, and when they have to live separate, and that time if they get sick, if they get some problem, that time both, if they face some problems, and if they are suffering from something, that time their parents can't help them, and no one can help them. And you told that you told that, yes, privacy. What about privacy? And what about in love marriage? If they will live together another palace, that time they get privacy. And what about another thing? If they do work, then they don't get time deliberately.
Sometimes what happens, the family members get too much involved in the relationship of a husband and a wife.
Mm-hmm.
In that
Mm-hmm.
context, I said that there should be some kind of privacy. If the mother of the girl will keep on talking to her daughter every now and she keeps on cajoling her daughter that why are you listening to your mother-in-law, fight with her, she can't dictate you terms. In my family, I never asked you to make a cup of tea, and there you are making the whole, whole food for the whole family. How dare they to ask you? Go and fight with them. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes even those situations take place where the mother of the girl or the mother of the boy is responsible for the fight between the husband and the
Okay.
wife. If they were living together alone, if
But
there was a love
hmm.
marriage, they would live, they would live quite happily. But when it comes to,
But sir,
arranged
if
marriage,
the
sometimes,
yeah,
let me
if
complete, ma'am. I respectfully request you to please let me complete. And what happens, there is always, whenever a husband wife fight, it is most of the time because of their family members. Either the husband will fight for his mother,
okay.
or the girl will fight because her mother or father or brother or sister has said something to her, that look, the Jijaji is not doing this, and he is torturing you, and why are you like this? You should fight for your rights. And then girls become emboldened, and she starts fighting, even the Sidi Sadi girl.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If we talk about any bride, whenever she comes at her sasural, that time that time she is like just like a kid. And if their mother-in-law will not make her understand, then what about that girl? She can do anything, and yeah, doesn't matter that she was not doing anything in her parent in her Maika, then it doesn't mean that she will not do anything, because we all are meant to do everything. And yeah, if any girl's parents are making her understand that yeah, you are not supposed to make a cup of tea, but it's not good thing. Being a human, we all should do every work. And and if yeah and if we talk about any quarreling and any bickering at home, then it is going on in every home, not between mother-in-law or daughter-in-law.
Look,
If she will not make her understand, then
earlier what used
yeah.
to happen, once the marriage ceremony was performed, then usually family members of the girls wouldn't interfere in her life. It was believed that now the real home of the girl is her husband's place. But that theory doesn't hold water anymore. Now, what happens? The family members of the girl would say that my daughter is also earning 50,000 rupees. If you are earning 40,000, then my daughter is also earning 40,000 rupees. How dare you to say anything to my daughter? Who are you to say? There must be equal treatment between husband and wife. So even if there was not going to be any fight, the fight will ensue because of the parents of both the sides. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That what happens sometimes.
No. If both are earning, then it's both responsibility to take care of, to tackle all the problems, all the works. And girls are not supposed to do. Yeah. And in the love marriage, what happened, if girl want to do work and anything, then she can get overwhelming support from their home, from their husband and everyone. And in the love marriage, she can't get any kind of support from anyone. And it
Well,
used to happen, and it happen now, nowadays also.
no, no. I think in love marriage, girls are more independent. They can choose to wear they whatever they wish to. They can go out with their husband or with their kids. They can go to shopping malls or wherever they want to. But if they are in arranged marriage, they are
Hmm.
expected to abide by the rules and regulations of the whole family. So they don't get as much freedom as in love marriage.
Why, sir?
Sometimes they want to
Who
work. suppose
says?
suppose there is suppose there is an arranged marriage, and girl wants to work, but in that particular family girls are not supposed to work outside the home. They are supposed to remain at home as a housewife. So the girl wouldn't be able to work. But in love marriage, obviously, the girl can go out and work. Who will stop her? It's a love marriage. So girls are more
No.
independent. Their choices are more
Okay.
respected. They can really
Okay.
exercise their right of choice in the love marriage compared to arranged marriage.
No, but in this modern era, everyone are doing work. Like if I talk about love marriage, they are also doing, and if I talk about arranged marriage, they are also doing. There is no foundation to do anything, and in arranged marriage, our thought, our we are living in 21st century, and we all know that, yeah, everyone has right to do everything, to do everything at the
Ma'am,
that person of
I
behest,
agree that we
you know.
are living in 21st century, but still, mother-in-law and
Yeah,
father-in-law have certain expectations from their daughter-in-law in Indian society.
it should not be, but it should not be, you know.
It should not be, but if
In
they still think that whenever they are at home, their bahu should be there to greet them, to cook
Hmm.
for them. They still expect it because we live in Indian society. It is not an American society still. We still have certain, we still follow the old rituals. We still follow the same aspirations. So the mother-in-law, father-in-law still think that when they get up in the morning, their daughter-in-law should be there, who should serve them tea,
But sir,
breakfast, etc. They should take care of them just like their own parents. And if the daughter-in-law doesn't perform those duties, there is every chance that some kind of,
hmm,
fight might take place. Some kind of
no,
misunderstanding may,
actually.
come up.
Hmm. Okay, but why? Why we can see every year IS and IPS majority of girls? We can see that everywhere girls are going to crack the IS and IPS exams because they have freedom, and there is
But
yeah, and
they
we
they
don't
they
think so
they
that, yeah,
crack
there
these
is
examinations prior to marriage. They crack
no,
these
no.
examinations prior to
Hmm,
marriage. And yeah, they recently Tina Dabi or other who are all the
yes.
top
Hmm, hmm.
crackers of UPSC exams. They
Srushti
were all
Jain
married.
Deshmukh,
Thereafter
yes.
they got married, and most of them have done love marriage instead of
doesn't
arranged
mean
marriage.
doesn't mean
Well, you
doesn't
have
mean
given
there
me that
are
example.
many, no, there are many IS and IPS officer, who became IS and IPS officer after marriage. I'm not talking about only Tina Davi and Srushti Jain Deshmukh and Srushti Sharma. I'm not talking about only three. I'm talking about whole IPS and IS.
Ma'am, you should,
I have seen many interviews of the girls.
ma'am, I would
I
request
have
you to
seen,
kindly go through
I'm
the
talking.
selection list. Kindly go through the selection list, and you would know that most of the girls were unmarried who cracked the exam of UPSC. You should go and check out the list,
I
and then you
saw,
can.
sir. I don't remember the girl's name. I saw that girl's
You are talking about one
interview.
particular individual. You are
She,
just talking about
no,
one
no, no.
particular individual. I'm just saying to you, just you can simply Google it,
Hmm.
and you would come to know that most of the girls were unmarried when they cracked these examinations.
Okay,
Because it is practically very
okay,
difficult to crack these examinations after marriage because you are burdened with so many
okay.
responsibilities. So not every
according
Tom,
to
Dick, or Harry can crack the exam in those circumstances. Obviously, the girl who
according to
had
Big
cracked
Four.
it, we must
Okay.
congratulate her. But still, you have a lot of burden when you are in an institution like marriage.
Hmm. Okay, according to before, why the majority of girl or women are working nowadays? Because our thought has changed, and we don't think like before. And our if we talk about any girls parents or any girls in-laws, they have changed. They are not like before, and they are going to give them freedom
They are not, they
to do
will allow
everything.
the, look, they might allow the girl to work, okay? But they, at the same time, they will expect the girl to cook food for them. They will expect the girl to be
Then cooking
homely.
food
As
is
soon
not
as
bad
she's
thing.
home, they will
Cooking food
expect
is
her
not
to be
bad
a
thing.
sanskari
Anyone can
bahu.
food.
They will
No,
expect her to
anyone
be a
can make
sanskari
food.
bahu as soon as she is home. She's not expected to be a human. She is expected to be a robot. Okay, now she has come back from office. Now she should be in a
Hmm.
sanskari bahu role. That's what they expect. her to do. And if the bahu doesn't do that, usually their neighbors will come and say something
Yes,
about
yes, yes.
their
Okay.
daughter-in-law, that oh, your
Mm-hmm.
daughter-in-law is not even making a tea for you. Okay, look, she goes to office, she doesn't care for you. Look,
Okay, sir.
my
Okay, sir. I
daughter-in-law.
have. Yeah, okay, okay. I want to cut your point. Yeah, if if any parent is going to say to her daughter that beta go to kitchen and make a cup of tea for me, then it's not there is no problem. And if they say to their daughter-in-law, then there is problem. Why there is problem? Why we should not think like a daughter? We should not think like a mother? Why we think like she is my mother-in-law? Because this is our old mindset that oh my god, why she said to me I have come from office and she has told me to make a cup of tea for me.
You will
Why
not
we
think. The
think?
girl will not
Because
think. The
we
girl
can
will
think
not
like
think.
this.
Her
We
mother, the girl will not think, but her mother will call her and tell her to think like that. She will say, "Oh, daughter, she said like that to you. You must resist your mother-in-law. You are also working just like your husband. Why would my daughter do
no,
all
in
that
this era
hard
it is
work?
not
She's
happening,
also a
sir.
working professional."
No, in this era it is not happening. Everyone has a good knowledge in this era, and they all
Ma'am,
know
which city are
that.
you from? Ma'am, could you please tell me which city are you from?
Doesn't matter that where I am living, but I can say that yeah, I am living in
Look,
Odisha.
you might be living in a high profile society, but India is a very vast country, and
Hmm.
there are multiple households are there where there is this problem.
Hmm.
And let alone about fighting in house, people are going to courts to fight out their cases. That's why these cases are on
Okay.
rise. If you see, go to court and see that every day more and more cases are being filed.
Yeah, it must be happen, but yeah, this kind of thought is awaiting nowadays, sir. It is also reality of today. If you talk about me, you ask me where I am from, then I want to give one example for my side. And yeah, it's example of
No, no, don't give me
myself,
example.
that I am
Examples
also.
can be given from anywhere. Look, examples
You asked
can
me
be
na
given
that
from
where
anywhere.
are you
If you
from.
will give me an
No, you
example, I can
asked
also give
me.
you 10 examples. If you
No,
give
no,
me one
no.
example, I can also tell
I
you
am
10
giving
examples.
you.
So it's not about
I am
example.
giving you example because you asked that. Yeah, where are you
No, no,
from? That is why I am
I
going to
asked
give
you the
you.
name of your city, which you declined to give me. Now I don't want to listen to your example, okay? And I was asking you this for the city only because to show you that there are other remote parts of the country where
Mm-hmm.
still people follow old age traditions, where still people don't like their daughter-in-law to step out of their house. And even if the daughter-in-law is working outside, they expect their daughter-in-law
Mm-hmm.
to be home as soon as the office is finished. They want their daughter-in-law to cook food and be as a very homely kind of daughter-in-law once she's at home. That's what I'm saying. And as far as examples are concerned, there are multiple examples of every kind. So I think we shouldn't go for one exclusive example, because I can also conjure up an example and give you an example of any kind.
Right, sir. But in love marriage, we get bogged down in any problem. That time there would not be anyone with us to help us, to support us. It happens sometimes. Then after that, they would have only one option to be separate. And after which any kind of situation can come between the couple. Sometimes they have to do they have to take any other steps, like suicide, like any other steps, because of the problems. Because in that case they don't get the more options to solve their problems.
They can always seek help
And
from
it
their
doesn't
friends.
happen, sir, it doesn't happen in arranged marriage.
It always happens in arranged marriage. That's what I'm telling you. That you are talking that family members will come to sort out the issue, but I'm saying that family members are responsible for this fight in many of the cases. If husband and wife had been left alone, there wouldn't have been any kind of fight. But
If they don't support them to get
because of
married,
the
if
constant
they
interference of the family members of the girl or the boy, they start fighting with each other.
okay, sir, if they
Because the
don't
boy's
support them
mother
to
will
get
say
married,
something to which
instead.
say something to his son. Because the boy's mother might say something to his son that, look, son, your wife is not taking care of me. She should take care of me. Then boy initially ignores. And then he starts thinking that, oh, my mother is correct. My wife doesn't care of my mother. In the same way, the girl's mother will call her and tell something. She will also think that, okay, my voice is being suppressed. I should fight my husband. That is also a reality that you cannot ignore.
Okay, and when
And
any
that is,
girl want to get married with a boy, with her boyfriend, and if their parents will not allow them to get married, and that time they denied their they don't respect them, they get married with that person with whom she wanted to get married, and then if she face any problem, that time what she will do? Reply me.
she can obviously talk to her friends.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
because most
And
of
if
the
they don't
working
have friends,
professionals,
then
look, even in arranged marriage, people
okay.
live outside the house. In many cases, people live on in a separate apartment in a separate city. So they can obviously talk to their friends. They can talk to, you know, working professionals, other working professionals. There they can talk to health experts. They can seek legal help. They can go for counseling. If you really want to sort out the matter, there are multiple ways to sort out the matter. If both the boy and the girl is above 18 years of age, it is expected they can sort out their matter together. If being a husband and wife they cannot sort out their matter, then what is the purpose of marriage? Husband and wife are expected to understand each other and sort out their problems together by themselves.
And even
That is
even
expected of
even
them. They are
even in
not
even in
supposed to.
arranged marriage,
Yes, sir, yes, sir. They
if
are not
husband and
supposed
wife,
to.
if husband and wife have made up their mind to totally fall apart, then nobody can stop them, if they have
Yeah,
decided to divorce, nobody can stop them. So it does not matter
yeah. Who
whether you
can
have any
stop them?
family to support or not.
And you cannot make your personal issue a family affair all the time. Yo, mummy, my husband said that to me, and then husband goes, yo, mummy, my wife said that to me, and then whole family get together takes place. I think this is a sorry state of affairs. Husband and
But
wife should be mature enough.
instead of all those things, they try to make them understand that yeah, life is like this. You will face
It doesn't happen in
everything, but
reality. It doesn't happen.
you will
Nobody
have to
hate
tackle
each other. Now
everything.
what? Now the situation has
No,
completely
we
changed.
both are
Now
imagining.
everybody has
We both are
egoistic. Every
imagining.
people have ego. Nobody wants to, buckle down under the pressure of the other party. The time has changed. That's what I'm saying. There was a time when there used to be, people used to placate the boy and the girl. But now they blame each other. They think that my daughter is also no less than the boy. And obviously, boy has this male chauvinism factor in their mind still. That patriarchal family, that patriarchal mindset that we are from the boy side, so we are superior. So this conflict of interest take place nowadays.
Okay, fine, guys. It's too much. Okay.